Hello everyone, it's Dr. Helene here, and today we are going to be looking at support for the immune system and 5 simple ways to supercharge it. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm an emergency medicine doctor and also an essential oil expert, and I love to help people with an integrative approach to their health and that of their pets. Now, working in the emergency department, I am seeing a lot of people with flu coming in, and not just with respiratory symptoms that you might think of, but also with symptoms, gut health, just general aches and pains, and they're testing positive for flu. So it is really around, and the more you can do to support your health from the inside out, the better you are going to be. It suddenly got very, very cold here in Manchester. It's been wet. We've had very harsh frost that lasted most of the day. I've got my fire on and thermals on. So, but I also always find this time of year a bit difficult. And actually, seasonal affective disorder is the subject of another blog and a podcast that will be coming up. So I won't go into that too much. But let's just cover seasonal threats in our immune system, because that can really make us feel very miserable, and we really need to be prepared for it. Now, our immune system is an amazing network of organs, tissues, and cells, and they work tirelessly to fight off harmful invaders like bacteria, viruses, and fungi. And 5 of my favorite non-negotiable ways to make sure it's running at peak performance, I'm going to explain more. And they are: master your sleep routine, fuel your body, wash your hands, and I'm not kidding there, bridge the nutritional gap with supplements, and decrease stress and increase laughter. So first of all, let's look at sleep. Now, this is really vital for your immune support, because how often is it that you've raced around and you suddenly go on holiday and then you get sick? And it's because all those stress hormones that keep you functioning can hold off sickness for only so long before you crash. So that rising cortisol, only works so long. And then you suddenly stop, everything just goes, and you just feel ill. So it's really important that you do prioritize sleep. Because when you sleep, your body releases proteins called cytokines, which are essential for fighting inflammation and infection. And lack of sleep decreases the production of these protective cytokines. So you want to aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest. Now, I know that isn't always possible, and it can be hard. Now, myself, I very rarely get 7 hours, just with the way my shifts go. But using different things such as essential oils, I use a very nice supplement that has natural melatonin in it. It really means that my sleep is improved, even if the quantity isn't there, the quality is, and that's really important. And if you would like some more tips about that, do obviously get in touch with me. So the second thing is to fuel your body. So we need to use food as an immunity armor, really. And good nutrition isn't just about avoiding sickness, it's about building blocks for robust defense. So when your system is optimized, it works really well. And the key component are phytochemicals found in whole foods. That's right. Yes, you need to eat more fruit and veg. And, everyone's always banging on about it. And to be honest, the guidance about just eat 5 portions of fresh fruit and veg isn't enough. And I'd say up to 10. And also, it's what constitutes a portion. A portion is not just 2 strawberries on your Weetabix in the morning, okay? And I think often I'll say to people, about that, and they're like, oh, yeah, I have, salad with my lunch. And when they say salad with my lunch, they mean like a lettuce leaf in a sandwich. And that's not a portion. And definitely, bin the iceberg lettuce. But anyway, the strategy is the more fruit and veg you eat, the better. So think about eating the rainbow. And we're not talking about the Skittles kind, okay? We're looking at nice, fresh food. So you want to focus on foods rich in vitamin C, D, and E, as well as zinc, folate, and iron. So follow the powerful acronym GBOMS, which is greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds or nuts. Now, if you follow that, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to be getting everything that you need. And it's really easy to mix stuff in. I mean, I had some lovely Brussels sprouts with my dinner earlier, but, you can mix broccoli sprouts in with your baked beans on a jacket potato, and then you've got your beans there as well. Having onions, mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I had some vegan scrambled egg earlier today and had mushrooms with them. Berries, have berries every morning on my breakfast. Super easy. Seeds, I add chia seeds to my breakfast every morning as well. So it's just little things that you do can make a massive difference. Now, the next thing is wash your hands. And I'm not kidding, seriously, because, people spread diseases. Who, I don't know if you're old enough to remember that. I think it was Tony Hancock, was coughs and sneezes spread diseases. But it's true. People cough into their hands and then they go and open the door handle or something like that. So just think of all the surfaces you touch during the day when you're out and about. So your door handles, keypads, shopping carts, I always sanitize things. I've always got a little hand sanitizer with me for that very thing. I've got like wet wipes and everything. And so using hand mist or gel, now you want to have something with 60 to 70% alcohol to make sure it's effective against germs. One that I like to use is actually the On Guard hand mist, and you can find this in my store. It's very effective but gentle. And I'm not kidding, at work it stopped me having cracked, bleeding hands that used to plague me because it's got aloe vera in. Absolutely beautiful. But it's really easy to make your own as well if you want to do that. So you can use something like a third cup of aloe vera, 2/3 a cup of 99% isopropyl alcohol, and 10 to 20 drops of a protective essential oil blend. I like one called On Guard, but other ones that you might want to add in are things like geranium or a blend of orange and clove. That would be really nice. And you mix it all together and you just spray it on your hands. Super simple. You can also make some wet wipes with some kitchen towel in a pot and make up a little, pop that in the pot with some kitchen towel or with some more water, and you've got some hand wipes there just on the go, pop them in a little screw top jar or something. It's really easy. So supplements. So I, for a lot of years, really felt that we didn't need to supplement if we had a good diet. And then I did a nutrition course and I started to learn a bit more about it. And I'm very, very pro supplements now, even when you have a really good diet, because soil fertility is a massive concern. Intensive farming has depleted our soil. And also, as we age, our need for certain nutrients increases and our stress levels weaken our immune system as well. So, I mean, if you're really lucky that, sometimes, we don't feel stressed. My indication of stress is I get mouth ulcers and I clench my jaw. So sometimes, we have to look at what we're experiencing physically to realize that whether we're stressed or not. But I'm a big fan of a high quality multivitamin and mineral supplement, which can be a game changer to ensure you're getting essential nutrients like vitamin D and zinc every day. So I've got a blog post on this, so I will link it in the show notes. But I use a supplement called LLV, and I also use one at VMG. So you can get those in my shop. They're very high quality, and I've noticed a massive difference. So final thing is decrease stress and increase laughter. Yeah, really important. And I know it's easy to say because life does throw curveballs and reducing stress is critical. And obviously, if you've been listening to my podcast over the past few months, you will know that I've been having a really difficult time. I lost 2 of my beautiful dogs in May. And another of my dogs is now sort of very poorly with cancer, very aggressive laryngeal cancer. So it's been very hard. And I've really had to prioritize my sort of emotional health in order to care for my dogs. It's been really rough, but I get up, I get dressed, I do my yoga, I put my essential oils in the diffuser. I do little things, but they actually make a massive difference and helping me to relax and get on with the everyday life. It doesn't mean that I don't grieve. It doesn't mean that I don't feel low, but I'm certainly doing a lot better and I'm functioning, and that is half the battle. And, laughter is really good medicine. And one of my favorite things is Frasier. And I don't know if there's any Frasier fans out there, but I literally started rewatching. It's been a bit of my my comfort watching after my dogs died, would watch all the episodes of Frasier and laugh out loud. I haven't been laughing very much in the last few months, but I can honestly say Frasier, episodes of Frasier make me laugh out loud. And so little things, just finding ways to inject a little bit of joy can really help counter the negative effects of stress. And listening to some good audible books is something that I do as well when I'm driving or doing chores around the house, and then reading as well. And I've just started getting back to running without my dogs. I've had to do road running, and I've just got some new headphones so that I can run and listen to an audible book, because long runs are difficult because they allow you to think too much. And so little things can make a massive difference. So I hope this winter you don't just dread the season, but you prepare for it. And just using some little steps, you can really make a massive difference to your defenses and enjoy, hopefully cozier months ahead with more energy and feeling better. So I'm going to link some stuff in the show notes. But as always, if you want to embrace a holistic path for your entire family, paws and all, then do get in touch and find out how I can help you. I've have lovely curated kits with a lot of bonuses to support your health and that of your pets, including my Essential Oils for Pets course and my human courses. And I also offer tailored consultations as well. So do get in touch to find out how I can help you. And let me know what you want to learn about as well. And if this has been useful to you, please leave me a 5-star review. It all helps spread the word. Share it to your socials. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for listening, and I will see you again next time. Stay safe, stay well. Bye.